everybody. Welcome back to Girls Overheard. Do I usually say that?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, welcome back to Girls Overheard. Lucky me, not saying Girls Aloud like I usually do. If anyone hasn't picked up any tickets for our live show, if you've missed them, then there's still some available, and there's still some for Aberdeen, which is getting so close.
I know we had a planning meeting yesterday.
We did.
Yeah, this is what we always need to do. We leave it kind of late. Oh, like there's maybe 4 weeks left.
Yeah.
And then the ideas just start going like bang, bang, bang.
That's it. We work very well under pressure.
We do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're excited for that. I ordered literally about 50 dresses yesterday. Every white dress I could find, I was like, just let's try them all on.
Add to basket.
Add to basket.
It's easy to find a white dress, so I feel as if anytime we've had any sort of like event, shows, anything like that, it's always been white dresses that I've found that I like.
Yeah, because what did we do last time? We tried to find red.
Yep.
But it was like a specific red at Christmas and nowhere had it. Everywhere had dark burgundy.
I don't feel like we can talk about the outfits for last show because
trauma.
that was traumatic, to say the least.
The fact that we were still trying outfits on like an hour before and didn't know what we were wearing is terrifying.
It was put one on, right, everybody go and change and put on your other one and let's see who feels most comfortable in what.
Yeah.
That was stressful.
It really was stressful.
But it worked out for the best.
It's that thing of always just trying to have like bear in mind, we do everything ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Like even like a lot of people who do these types of things, they'll have someone that comes in and like coordinates their outfits and like gets their hair and makeup sorted. We do all that ourselves. But it's always trying to find that wee common thread between us so you've got that girl band feel.
We always do it accidentally, which is really annoying. Like all our outfits usually, what were we like yesterday? We were bewitched.
No, we were. It was a wee bit embarrassing.
We're all in
actually.
light denim and like light colours.
Yep.
But for the show, this one, it's a white theme, so we're good.
White. The hen party for no reason.
I want to get some cool wee like hen party. I never had a hen party.
I know,
What
which
have
actually
all
makes
the-
me feel like a bad friend, but you said no.
I didn't want one.
You didn't want a baby shower either.
No, I find opening presents to be like a really traumatic experience in
Yeah.
front of people. So see, inviting people around to witness it, to
Yeah.
actually make that the whole theme of the event to me is wild.
So embarrassing.
Never, ever.
Would you have a baby shower now if you had another baby?
Absolutely not. See, if somebody's got a present for me, I would rather they left it on the doorstep and left.
You're such a bitch.
I couldn't. I hate opening presents because what are you supposed to do? See, you're acting at that point.
Why?
Because see, if I was opening it on my own, I would open the present. I'd be like, "Oh, this is really nice." Like your reaction would never be enough for somebody. Like your genuine reaction would never be enough for somebody. So you're always going to have to like ramp
Up the
up a bit,
ante, yeah, you definitely
which I can't do. I can't act well. So
Do you not like giving people presents?
no, I like giving somebody. I don't know. It depends.
Oh, you're selfish.
I like giving the present, but I don't like to put too much pressure on the reaction because I know how it feels. And also, even being at baby showers and watching other people open presents to me, I'm like, oh, don't.
I actually don't like getting gifts, but it's just something weird. I never ever thought I would ever say I hate getting presents.
Do you?
I feel a weird guilt. I don't like it because somebody's like bought you something. I don't know. It just makes me feel awkward.
Well, it's my
We're
birthday on
celebrating
Saturday.
your
So
no birthday
if
girl.
you have any gifts, just leave them on the door.
I genuinely, right? Do you know, honestly, if someone was going to buy me a present, I'd be like, can we just go and get a coffee and walk the dog or something? That's my thing. I would like to do something together.
I have that
togetherness. It's the moments. Count the moments.
I have
not
the problem with
items.
Andy because he'll be like, what do you want? And I'm like, everything that you're going to buy is from the joint account, in which case I can buy it myself.
Yep.
It doesn't feel like a present, and I would probably just rather like pick something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, we'll just go out and go for dinner or something.
Have
Pay
you
it,
asked for
the joint
anything?
account. No, there's nothing I really want. I asked for strawberry, what's it called? Body Shop body butter, because I found some of it the other day and I put it on and I smelled unreal. And then the kids were like, can we have some of that? Because we want to smell like that. So all of us were just lying in my bed watching a movie, like covered in body butter, smelling like the best we've ever smelled.
Oh, so fresh.
So I was
though.
like, somebody get me the strawberry body kit, like the full kit of Body Shop stuff, and that's it.
I'm kind of obsessed with strawberries just now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are they in season?
I don't even know if they are right, but I've got a bit of a
it's summer.
I've got a bit of an obsession with them, and you know what I desperately want to try?
What?
Is it called True You?
Oh, I've heard
It's
of this.
the chocolate. I've seen a girl that I follow, Kate Ellison. She's got these like snacks that she put on her Instagram, and I was going, I really want to try them. It's like strawberries have been halved and they've been dipped in chocolate, but they're frozen,
Yeah.
Oh.
and they look insanely good.
Are they like the Special K ones? Or is that freeze dried, isn't it?
Delicious, that's
I would
freeze-dried.
buy a whole bag of them and eat them. See, just the strawberries out of the Special K.
Maybe it is like that. We'll need to try it, but you know what we do need to do?
What?
Whenever you try them, log it on your Nutracheck.
Oh my God,
I know we do.
I've actually been really good this week.
Have you?
Have you been health queen?
I told you guys, right, and this isn't like a calorie thing or whatever, but I'm cutting down on the Diet Coke and I'm trying to eat loads of fruit and vegetables.
Are you really?
And I found a
5
TikTok
day?
account. I need to send this TikTok account to you, right? Because it is like basically the whole theme is they roast vegetables and then they make a really nice like dip and sauce for it.
Oh, delicious.
So I'm wanting to just recreate it because I feel like I don't eat enough vegetables whatsoever.
Yeah.
But this, you would like it because
Yeah.
it's like a
Veggie queen.
It's a veggie queen.
Do you know one
dream.
thing, talking about that, I've actually seen it is the people that get, I've just went and bought one, right? People that get all the salady stuff and they get, you know, the little machine
Yes.
that you chop everything so tiny. So you like chip and dip, right?
I do.
Are you like a Dorito and a little bit of a guac type of person?
I'm any kind of dip.
Right. People get like a bowl, right? And they'll make really, really finely chopped salads.
It's so small. It's
They're
like
tiny,
cubes.
minute little cubes
It's
of
called a chopped salad.
It's a chopped salad, but it's tiny, right? And they get like a few tortilla chips and they'll use that to scoop up this, like, it's almost like a salsa with no sauce.
I feel like this is on
Okay.
that same TikTok page
Right.
as well. And then the
they look
delicious.
amazing, but it's a pure good way of like actually filling yourself up.
With healthy stuff.
Yeah, and do you
it's
know what
very
you do?
summery.
Do you know what you do as well? You get the wee scales. I am using them all the time for everything because, first of all, cereal, right? Oh
Cereal
my
is
God.
the worst, and that's one thing I've been dead conscious of this week as well.
My like standard bowl of cereal is like 70 grams,
Which is double.
which is more than double
the
more than
recommended.
half, it's 30.
Yeah. So it's like 30 grams is like a normal bowl of cereal, which
Yeah.
by the way is a handful.
It's really
Yeah.
not much. So to me, cereal's probably not the one. I feel like it doesn't fill you up. Do you know what I've been making for breakfast? Health Queen. I get a wee tub of yogurt, right? And I actually just put it in the tub and I put in a wee bit of granola and then I put loads of raspberries in it, like
Yeah.
loads of them, and it is unreal and it pure fills you up.
And it takes a long time to eat as
Yeah.
well. That's
Yeah.
the thing, because cereal, you could just like scoop it up and you're done within like 2 seconds.
So
Same with
true.
toast as well. Like if you're sitting eating toast, like you don't even realise you're eating it.
Yeah, and then you're hungry.
Whereas something
Like,
like that is good.
yeah,
And so do you like you log that on the Nutracheck app
log it in the app.
and you like put in all you like do you save it as a meal?
I've
Have you
saved it
done
as a meal now.
It's so handy, isn't it?
because I go through these phases, like my baguette and my dip, where I have the same thing. I literally just have that saved and just add it in every morning.
Yeah.
So I've just been adding that. And then also it's always full fat. I'm using full fat and not the low calorie one.
Yeah.
Because see, the low calorie one, apparently some things like that can make your
Sugar cravings
There's
are
something-
worse.
Is it not
yeah.
supposed to spike or something like that?
Yeah,
Then it makes you
something
hungrier.
technical like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it makes you hungrier.
The fats are actually good for you, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, you're supposed to have the full fat version of stuff and it'll keep you fuller for longer.
Do you know what I quite like about it, right? See, if anyone's not used the Nutracheck app before, remember you can go and download it and get the membership. Now is active for the
Yeah, the code
discounted
went
rate.
live on the 20th, didn't it? It went live last week. So if you want to sign up and we're doing a wee challenge together, aren't we?
We are.
A wee 4 weeks of logging our stuff, getting healthy.
You can do it monthly, but the way that they're doing it now with the membership sale, it's $27.99 for the full year.
For the
year,
full
which is
year.
Which is
so
so cheap,
worth
really, when you work that out monthly, that's so cheap. But it's really good because what you do in it, I think it's like the maths behind it, it works all out for you. You put in your height, your weight, your goal weight, and then it tells you how long it would take you to reach that, judging by the calories and like the fat, like grams per day you should have and all that kind of stuff. But it's good because it means if you just continue to do that and just follow the instructions, it's easy.
Yeah, and
It's a
it's
wee
not
goal.
even for if you're, it's not always trying to lose weight. You could be maintaining your weight
Yep.
or you could be trying to put weight on.
Yep.
Or you could just be like, right, I want to try and make sure that I'm hitting a certain amount of protein, which that's another thing for me as well. See, if
Same.
you don't want to have loads of cravings,
Up the protein.
Up the protein. Oh my
protein
God.
water, by the way, is the best
how do
thing.
they make protein? How are they getting protein in
I
everything?
don't know how they're
is it?
doing it.
What is a
I seen protein
Don't know.
coffee the other day as well. That's another one. But protein water, I get the one and it's from, I think it's from My Protein actually. Yeah, it is. And it's peach iced tea. And
I
you just
love peach iced tea.
it is
Oh my God.
brilliant, right? So you actually do 1 scoop of that in water. You need to use a protein shaker though with a wee ball in it because sometimes it can go a bit like kind of powdery. Shake it. It's diluting juice.
That's really good.
It is very good. You can get tons of flavours.
Yeah.
And
That's
they usually
what I
have
need
pretty
up.
good deals. But that's 20 grams of protein in every serving and it's like 111 calories. It's like nothing.
Yeah. Do you know what else? Baby Bells. They're really good. Just wee things of cheese, like, and it's a wee snack
Yeah.
cheese.
I,
You're not
I,
into
can't,
them?
I can't do a baby bell.
Can anyone hear my stomach?
Is it rumbling? I can't hear it.
It's because she's thinking about baby bells. See, if I eat a baby bell, I have to eat it with my 2 front teeth.
Why do I imagine you like a wee chipmunk? Like,
That's exactly
What do you mean?
Like, I can't put a big bit of Baby Bell in my mouth.
Nobody's eating these whole.
what is it? Yeah, nobody does that, by the way.
No, but it has
Your
to be.
standard protocol.
It probably says, please chew.
It was a hobnob. It has
She eats
to be.
those whole, obviously, as well.
What?
Do you eat hobnobs whole as well? Shove them right in.
No. Of course not. No, but it has to be, see, because it's kind of chewy. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit rubbery.
It is rubbery.
It has to
That's
be.
kind of the charm, though.
No, it has to be little bites.
Right, now, here's a wee hack for you. Do you use, like, mozzarella bites?
Absolutely not.
As in, like, the
Any,
milk-
yeah, like,
breadcrumb
yeah,
ones, yeah.
breadcrumb ones. Right, here's a wee trick, because I've seen this online as well. If you're craving a mozzarella bite, get the low-calorie Baby Bells, right?
Oh.
And then you can get crisps,
Like, and just,
crumble them, coat it, and put it in the air fryer.
yeah,
And then the cheese pool's amazing.
yeah.
And it's like 50 calories.
I know, but it balls in your throat. It's
You're
love that.
funny. You're funny with cheese though.
It's which
Lauren
is funny
literally-
because I love a cheese board.
No, she sees like cheese pulley type cheese, any kind of stringy cheese.
Pull, don't, because that instantly is ASMR and I'm dying.
There's no noise with cheese pull.
It's the, I can hear it already. There is a noise.
Because you can usually hear them like breathing, like when
Uh-huh.
it's really-
Lauren's
Look
like,
at that cheese.
warning.
Right, we've set up our Facebook chat. So
Yep.
if you're in the Facebook secret chat, we've set up a wee thread for that, so you can go in and like tell us what you're doing, if you're like any little tips and hacks and stuff
Yeah.
of how to log your stuff.
What we'll do actually is we'll do like a wee what I ate in a day, and we'll share our diaries on
Yeah.
there,
Yep.
so people can have ideas.
Yep.
And if we've got any like recipes or anything we want to share on there, we'll put them on as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
share easy meals because
Yeah.
everybody's looking for easy meals. Do you know what? See, especially with summer holidays coming up.
Yep.
Like, that's all we're wanting. That is
Especially with all the
all we're
kids, I know.
wanting. Yeah.
You don't realise how much they eat through the holidays. It's nuts.
They don't stop.
They don't stop.
Ever.
I know.
And it's all the wee snacks. But what have you got a goal then for using it?
I want to lose about half a stone
Okay.
before the show.
Before the show.
Which
So
is
I
4 weeks. So if you've done that,
4
if you
weeks.
put in saying what you are now, what you want to be, and it's
Yes.
told you, it's worked it out.
Yeah, so I've got my I know what calories I need to have, and I'm starting running finally.
Oh yeah, you got your
I still haven't
shoes.
done it yet, right? So it's still very much a pipe dream, but I've got my
Get the
stuff
vest.
sitting.
Get the vest.
I want to get the vest.
I want
feel like I
one.
can't do it until I've got a vest.
I want one as well with the wee water spout.
Yeah.
I can't run though.
Why do I imagine a Phoebe run?
That's exactly it.
I want to start running. Even just like a wee 20 minutes a day.
Make sure you sync your watch then.
Yeah, I've got everything ready to go. I just need to get my running gear, and then that's me. And I'll put
Perfect.
it in, and yeah, it's a whole new me. New year, new me.
Whole new me. 6 months in. What about you?
Finally get there.
I'm just happy to maintain.
Maintain. Same.
I'm happy to maintain what I've done. I feel like it's been a big year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to I feel like any more than now, I'm just like, I don't know. I just think I've done enough so far.
absolutely.
It's a pure good thing to
Do you know
use
what I
the
mean?
maintain thing and work
Yeah.
out like exactly what you can have.
And also, it's like not scunner myself, because what I don't want to do is do all that hard work so far. Then I go, I am actually sick of constantly feeling restricted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think for me, I'm just happy to maintain what I am right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm the same. Because there's always that fear in the back of your head, isn't it? Because we've lost weight, thinking, I don't want to slip back into the habits.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall back into feeling the way that I felt the last time.
Yep.
But yeah, this is just like, it's actually so easy.
It's really easy to work. And the thing is, when you're in the shop, that's what I was going to say to you earlier, you can scan your snack for after your pod.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
And it can just go straight in there.
In fact, it's not even that. Like, how many times I bet there's people listening to this that are like, I've been so good all week, and then I only did this at the weekend and had that at the weekend, and it's like, see all your hard work you did, you basically just plateaued over the
Yeah.
weekend
Yeah.
by blowing. Like, it just keeps you a wee bit more accountable.
Absolutely.
It makes so much more sense. But if anyone wants to go and join the page, then we'll leave the wee link below.
Yep.
Join the secret chat for that, and then also the link for Nutracheck for the discount will be in there as well.
Yep.
So come and join us and let us know how you're doing.
Yep. Right.
Anyway.
What else has been happening this week? So Charlie's got a broken wrist.
Fucking hell, man! Right, this is
It was always
awful.
going to happen. Like that's the first breakage, isn't it? Between all our kids.
Yep, it's the first breakage.
Congratulations,
Fraser's
Charlie.
actually broke his ankle before, but I've never broken anything.
Me neither.
Me
And
neither.
neither's Ella, which, to be honest, given the fact that she does so much like
So
gymnastics
many backflips. You'd expect it to be
and
done.
having that big trampoline and all that,
Yeah.
I really thought she would have been the one to break something. Touch wood. But Charlie broke his wrist at the weekend. And do you know what? The saddest part was, it was the fact he'd been playing football. Luckily, it's the end of the season, so he's like off football
Yeah.
now. But he was playing football, got his wee medal and all that for like the season. And then the dads were doing a crossbar challenge and the actual proper big goals, not the wee kids ones, obviously, right? And the big huge ones, which are actually like more than double Charlie's height, right?
They're huge.
They're
Even Jack
huge,
struggles with
right?
them.
They're huge. So Fraser literally missed the crossbar by like, I would say, an inch for the top of the ball, right? It just scooted in the net. Well, never actually. It would have went in the net. Charlie then leaps up in the air, hits it with the tip of his fingers, bends his hand all the way back and snaps his wrist.
Oh my God.
And do you know the saddest part was, right? I didn't even have that instantaneous reaction of running over and being like, oh my God, what's happened? Because he seemed like we were too busy delighted about the fact that he'd saved that. Like it was
was he
such
not
a great
like
save.
What was he like immediately after? Was he
On the
screaming?
floor, curled up in a ball, like whimpering.
Oh God.
And then he started screaming and then he just went sheet white. I'm talking there was no difference in colour with his skin and his lips. It was awful. So I then ran to the car, out the car park, which was quite a bit away from the pitch, right? So I ran to try and get nearer him. And it wasn't until I got in the car, I was like, fucking hell, I need to get over to him, I drove my car forward one space. It was so unhelpful. I literally went, oh, I need to get to him. Zoom. Okay, I've moved forward a car length. That's so unhelpful. Anyway, Fraser, basically, he's better with those kind of things than me. See, fight, flight or freeze, I just flap. There's another F in there. I genuinely don't know what to do. Like I think that generally speaking, you would have thought that I'd be quite good at those types of things. Like in an emergency, no.
Your flight then basically, because that's like your body just wants to run
Panicking,
away.
yeah.
But I did panic initially. I faffed about for a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Moving one car space.
then I went, I'll get the car, and moved one car space along, right, which was
So you immediately
highly
knew,
unhelpful.
you immediately knew it was a hospital situation.
Not immediately.
Yeah.
Not until, because he was holding it and then he lifted it and it just flopped.
Oh.
I was balking. No,
Yeah,
it's
with
not even
yourself.
funny, right? The mums were like, it was when you started balking. I just knew. I was going, I can't
So he
deal with it.
literally couldn't even hold his wrist up. Oh my God.
And it's that thing of like when your kid's in pain,
Yeah.
it makes you feel like jelly.
Yeah.
So like my stomach was in Mars at that point. I went and ran, got the car, moved it forward one space. Fraser got his top, right, and like folded it upwards. This is a hack, by the way. If anyone ever has to deal with a broken arm, he folded the top up the way and rested the arm in it like it was a sling.
Yeah.
Is this part of his like football
Fucking
training?
Genius.
That's really
How
clever.
good is that?
Yeah.
Maybe that is. Maybe he did learn that.
you
in
learn
first
that
aid
from-
course.
I don't know, but it was really, really good.
Do you not have
So
a
it kept
first
it
aid
straight.
kit in your car?
No, I don't.
Well, I can imagine you being like, Fra, just stop, do that one more second. Here, guys, here's your hat. Just really quickly, Charlie. Just put
I
shows your
know.
wrist.
Stop crying. I'm joking. So anyway, we're into the car and took him to the hospital and immediately knew it was broke. Got him an x-ray, confirmed it was broken, and then he had to get a manipulation done. It was honestly horrific. That basically means that the two bones were sitting like squint, so they had to like almost pull them to separate them apart and then push them back into place again. But he had gas in there. And he was high.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Was that enough? Was that it? Was that all they gave
No,
him?
he was screaming. He was absolutely screaming. But he was it was funny because I was trying to tell him how to do it because you're basically trying to teach your kid how to smoke at that point.
Yeah.
It's like inhale.
Inhale it, don't
But
embarrass
because he's got he's got an inhaler anyway.
Yeah.
So he kind of knows how to do it. So he was really going for it. I was like, do big long ones. It's amazing. I had that when I had you in the hospital, blah, blah. So he was taking that and it was fine. And then he had the manipulation done and now it's like in a white cast and he has to get it wrapped on Thursday. So we need to double check that it's not actually healing odd, otherwise he'll need the operation.
Oh my God.
I know, so it's been an experience.
But is he feeling like the big shot with all his pals? Like, I've got a broken wrist because I would have loved that.
Yeah, he's not in
wanted
school.
to have something.
Yeah.
You always wanted a set of crutches in school, didn't you?
Yeah.
You always wanted to be that kid, and then
Remember
everyone would be
Oliver
like,
had his moment with the crutches.
I remember specifically, oh my God, this is a pure embarrassing admission.
"Did you fake it?"
I tried to break my arm one day.
I'm not sure if that's funny or if that's fucking concerning.
I remember I was like, one day I just fucking want a broken arm and I was like doing that. I was
As
young,
if you were going to
okay?
do it by hand. So like, oh, I've broken my arm.
I'm so strong. I broke my own arm.
But that's what it is. Like, people love I guess they just like the attention.
It's because you used to get out 5 minutes before lunch and stuff like that. Like if you had
Yeah.
an injury like that.
You used to get to pick a partner.
Yeah, but you got out 5 minutes early and then you'd be like,
Who am I picking today? And you'd
Who's
be like,
gonna
me. Everyone would have their hands up. Pick me.
See, while we're talking about traumatic childhood injuries, one that actually sticks in my head is Nora's pencil injury, because that to me is probably the worst thing I've ever heard. And I'm
By the way-
scared of pencils now. Genuinely, if the kids have pencils, I'm like, put them away.
Sorry, I'm scared of
Actually, I am.
pencils.
Pencils are not allowed in my house now.
Explain what happened, because
Like-
that kills me still.
I am not being funny. This memory is locked away in my head. Like, I'm telling you, there must be some PTSD attached onto
100%.
this.
I've got it off the bat.
Basically, she was lying on the floor colouring in and she slipped. The pencil was up the other way and it went right through her eyelid. And basically, Chris was just coming home at that point and he took her to the hospital because, like that, I didn't panic until he got home. I was fine. He took her to the hospital and basically, long story short, see if that was like a millimetre over, she would have been dead.
Would have been dead. I
Would
thought she
have
would
been
have lost her
dead.
sight. Oh my
No,
God.
Stop it, I'm going to be sick.
Like, that is how serious it was. So it fully cut her it was in her eye.
Oh my God.
So,
Sorry, everyone.
yeah, sorry. She's
Sorry
fine
about
now.
that.
Yeah.
She's absolutely, but do you remember her full eye was just filled with blood?
It
like
was
it
horrible.
was actually, she looked like an alien, like as if it was a big
Yeah,
black
That was
eye.
literally just like a slip of the
Yeah.
elbow and it just went.
And it
It's
just
so
shows
scary.
you I'm like felt tip pains or nothing now.
But I mean, let's face it, that could have happened with anything. Anything can impale her like that if you've got it in that position lying like that. But how many times, I'm not being funny, right? Even at school, right? Charlie's off now because they've got that whole like play through learn through play. I've said that the wrong way, haven't I? Learn through play, it's called. So basically they don't sit at a desk. They're basically just like
Yeah, they're allowed to
milling about.
wander.
Yeah.
Which a lot of the time they'll say to them, right, there's your worksheet to do. Go and get a clipboard and you can go and find a spot in the carpet. Quite a lot of them will then lie on the carpet and do
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Right, that's so dangerous.
yeah.
So bad.
You need to get Lauren in to give
I
a speech
will.
about
I will
that.
go and
I know.
I'll
Nora
see
can give the
pictures.
speech. Yeah.
Here is what happened. Do you know what's funny though? She's not got a scar.
She's not on her
She's not got a scar.
Do you know, see, when I went to get my test, the girl was like, oh, did you have some like injury when you were younger or like some really bad infection because you've got scarring in your eye? And I was like, no.
Oh my God.
I get one and no, it's not.
Just say, no, it's just pink eye, it's fine.
But do you know, see the impaled thing? I'm sure this is why that's like stuck in my head, because we set up like temporary goals for the kids the other night, right? Because we're basically halfway done with the garden, and the guys had left like the big sticks that they use to mark things out. So I was like, I'll just set up some goals for them, and they were out playing, and I was watching it, and then I was like, oh no, I'm just going to go out and take them down, because
Yeah.
all I could think was, if you fall on that, impaled.
It's the same with lollipops, but see, we were on holiday, there was a wee kid running about, and I'm talking wee, like maybe 2, running about the play park with a lollipop in its mouth.
That's the fear.
Not even holding it, and honestly, sorry, controversial opinion, but if you give your wee kids lollipops, you're a twat.
It's the most dangerous. I don't mind the ones that are not the balls. Like, see if it's like a shape, like the wee love heart ones or whatever, the
Yeah.
flat ones. See the ones that are a ball that's literally the most chokeable
Literally will
shape
just go
ever.
down your throat and
Yeah.
you'll never get it back out. I just don't do lollipops at all. I could maybe push for a drumstick,
Yeah,
but
because
that's
that's doesn't
about
count.
it.
It's just a chewy sweetie.
but any lollipops, I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't. I wasn't allowed them myself, so neither are you.
Did you not get given a lollipop that was laced with that stuff that they, is it like, what do they call that? Something bitters?
It was
Remember they used
Stop
to-
Grow.
Stop and Grow.
My dad-
Her
I
dad
got it
covered
from
it with
the
Stop and Grow,
barbers.
the stuff that you're meant to put in your kids' nails to stop them biting their nails. Lauren's dad covered her lollipop in Stop and Grow
That's a
and
good-
went, there you go.
I
And-
never had one since. Never ever wanted one.
Yeah.
Just thought that was what all lollipops tasted like.
but now that you know the secret, you're not like, I like them now.
You want to do it on loads of stuff, so the kids don't like it.
Although, do you remember the lollipops you used to get from school, and you would get blue ones or you'd get red ones?
The painters.
And, yeah, and then they had the wee
Yes.
like thing that you blew down.
No, you're talking about Melody Pop. You're talking about the ones that painted your tongue.
Yeah.
They're two different things, girls. You're
they're
amalgamating.
merging. Oh, push pops.
Does anyone have a rant for this week?
I've actually got a rant, right? But it's something that's actually now feels a bit vintage because it was like 3 weeks old.
What?
So,
for it.
do you remember I put on Instagram that, like, thanks very much to everyone who was nice at Boots? Do you remember I said this? Because
my
I went
God,
through like a really horrible thing. Well, I tell the story.
Yeah.
You know
The
it.
fact that you put on a thank you for your support.
I know.
And then people are like, what happened, Ash? Just inbox me.
DM me. Do you know what? I actually had every intention of saying the story, but the only reason why I never is because Instagram stories makes me feel panicked and alarmed. It's like being on countdown and they give you that.
I know.
You can never
and I'm always
say
like,
it.
I'm always looking at it and then looking at the wee timer, going like, it's going to fucking time me out.
It's 60 seconds or whatever.
It's a
just
pain in the
absolutely
arse.
not enough.
It's not enough.
I missed this full story.
Right, you have missed the full story. So basically what happened was I took Ella to I took Ella to Boots on like a Saturday afternoon because it was our friend's birthday, right? So she wanted to go and pick up a few wee bits. So I was like, that's fine, that's how much you can spend, go and get what you need to get for her. So we went in and she went over to the NYX counter, NYX, NYX, however you call it, right? And this particular counter isn't like one against the wall, it's like a wee island, if you know what I mean, right? But it's tiered, so obviously you've got like different shelves on it. So when I'd gone over, I was like, what is it you're looking for? And she went, oh, it's that lip gloss there, which was on the top shelf, which she could easily reach, right? So she was just like looking at them all. And I'd noticed there was two women, probably one maybe about ages with my mum. So say like she was like 60 and probably her mum that was with her. So someone even like older.
Yeah.
And there was someone kind of crouched down on like looking at the bottom shelf, dressed in all black, that I presumed was someone that worked there, right? See the way it was set up, it was as if she was like looking for a colour for them and they didn't know where to look for it, so she was trying to help them out.
Yeah.
So Ella's standing beside the person who's crouching down, looking at the stuff directly in front of her eyes, right? And then next minute, these women walk away and the person stands up. I'm not even looking at the stuff. I'm just kind of standing back, letting her do her thing. And this woman turns round and like says something, right? I remember like catching the end of it. It was something along the lines of absolute height of arrogance. And I went, are you speaking to me? And she went, I am speaking to you. I went, oh, what have I done? Have I done something? And she walked away and I was like, what have I done? She's like, yeah. And the other woman starts going, the two of them are then arguing with me, right? Both of them ranting at me. You're standing there at the top of her. It's an absolute disgrace. You're so cheeky. You're so rude. I was like, I have no idea what I've done, by the way. Like, I'm so, like, there's me thinking, if I bumped into somebody, I was like, by the way, whatever I've done, I'm actually completely unaware. I'm so sorry. Do you want to come back and stand? Like, if I'd done something? And the two of them went away ranting, and I was like, that is the weirdest thing I have ever experienced, right? I was nowhere near them, first of all.
You've got something a bad day.
Right. I was like, I was nowhere near them. So then this girl who was standing at another counter looked over at me and just raised her eyebrows, went, are you okay? What the hell was that all about? Because they were being right horrible, swearing and all that. And I was like, I don't really know what I've done. But apparently the girl who was crouched down was actually with them. She was like a teenager, but you would never have known that because she was crouched down at the bottom. You could see the back of her head. So the two of them walked away and this girl said, are you okay? Like, what just happened there? I went, I've got no idea, but apparently they're raging at me and I don't know what I've done. And the woman comes back and she was like, what are you saying? What are you saying about me? I went, no, I'm not saying anything. She just asked me what's wrong. And she's like, you know exactly what you've done. And then the other one comes as well. So the two of them are ranting at me. And I was like, by the way, you need to calm down. Just come back over. There's actually no need for that. Like, see, this point, I'm thinking, I'm with my 8-year-old. I'm not about to start shouting. See, if I was by myself, I'd be like, who the fuck are you talking to? Yeah, mad boot. Perry is clearly cut from the same cloth because you're both Neds. Anyway, they come back over. At this point, a security guard comes over and asks her to leave.
Good.
And she's like, no, she's got the height of ignorance standing over the top of her. Her jacket was all over the top of her. I was like, I'm wearing a cropped blazer. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How can my jacket be all over the top of someone when I'm nowhere near them? She's like, she couldn't even get looking at what she was trying to see because you were right behind her. I was like, the last time I checked, your eyes are in the front of your head. So if she was trying to look for something, clearly she could still see it, even though I was standing behind her. And then she said to me, what was it, something along the lines of, you're a fucking disgrace. What kind of example is that to set to your daughter? I went, you're the one standing swearing at me. You're the one standing swearing at me. And I said to the girl, I was like, are you not embarrassed? I'd be embarrassed if that was me with them too. Like, because it was embarrassing. And then this other girl who was standing came over and kind of got involved. Security then said to someone else who was on his lunch break, can you do me a favour and escort them out of the shop? Can you leave your stuff there? Told them to leave because it was that bad, right? Ella was pure upset. She's like, someone's screaming and shouting at my mum. 3 times they were asked to leave and they kept coming back. I was like, what are you going to do? You're going to hit me? Like, because I was standing next to somebody, Jesus Christ, or behind them. So anyway, they then ended up having to leave their stuff. And the guy came over to me and I was like, he went, are you okay? And I said, yeah, this is the security guard. He was like, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm fine. I just don't know what their problem was. Like, I actually felt bad. I was going to apologise if I'd done something wrong. And he was like, no, I've told them to leave their stuff. And he said, I've seen everything that happened. I've been standing at the perfume bit the whole time. So he's seen the whole thing unfold. So I went to
maybe
explain
even
it.
watching them or something like that.
So I went to explain it and he's like, you don't need to tell me, I've seen the whole thing. I went, all right. And he was like, I've been standing there the entire time. I've seen the whole thing happening. He's like, you've done nothing wrong, don't worry. He's like, I'm going to get their photographs. They're getting barred from the store. I'm the head of the security, which must have been kind of like a big thing for them to do, right?
It also must have just been a big moment for him because he probably doesn't get much
much
excitement
drama.
in his job.
It was that bad, basically, right?
I'm going to go print his names out right now.
Yeah, barred, wanted. So I was just like, whatever, right? And this girl came over and she gave me a cuddle and she's like, I feel really bad for you. You're literally just out there shopping with your daughter. She had a baby in a pram. So I feel as if she was looking, going, you're me in 8 years' time. So she's like, I feel so bad for you. That was horrendous. You okay? I was like, them two were like a pair of chihuahuas, just fucking going for it. And then the girl at the next counter came over and she was like, where we were obviously standing, she's like, listen, I don't really know what happened there because I didn't want to get involved. I seen the kind of tail end of it. But we feel really, really bad and we kind of realised that they're at fault kind of thing. Please take this. And she gave me a big goodie bag with stuff in it. And Ella was pure buzzing.
Yes.
She gave us like a lip oil, a mascara, like there was loads of stuff in it, a makeup bag.
That was good.
And,
That is
and the
so
guy
worth
said, can you
it.
do me a favour? Can you wait here? Because I've got a funny feeling when you leave, they're going to start that outside.
Yeah, I feel like they would have been watching through the window as you were getting the goodie bag.
I was honestly so shocked though. See when it happened, because I was like, what am I meant to have done?
Some people are just like that though. Like some people are just angry, and if you've bumped into somebody in the wrong day,
They weren't needy people. They were just highly strung Karens.
yeah.
Do you think they were shoplifting and you were
Do you know what?
encroaching in their space to do
I don't think so. I don't think they were. I think they were having a stressful day out, and the girl that they were with was a right moan and couldn't pick a lipstick or whatever she was trying to pick, and they were just genuinely angry. There's me being pure apologetic, going, have I done something wrong? Like, it took me by surprise. But this is the thing, right? People of that generation just go gung-ho.
Yeah.
They do not know how to handle conflict whatsoever. And I think had I started arguing back with her, it maybe wouldn't have escalated the way it did. But see, because I didn't start arguing, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry if I've done something. Just come back over. I feel really bad. It then made it worse.
Yeah. Because you were pandering to them almost.
No, wait, I actually forgot about it. I actually said to her, I was like, you don't need to argue with me. You can choose peace.
You didn't need to tell us
There's
that,
no,
Ash.
I was like, you can choose
You can
peace.
choose peace.
There's no need for
Alright.
this whatsoever. Why are you arguing with me? And the mum, the granny, was going like this.
She
And
did
the
not
daughter,
choose peace.
The daughter, they did not choose
voice.
peace.
She did not choose peace.
She went gung-ho. And the teenager standing there with her arms crossed looking pure depressed. I was like, no wonder. I wouldn't want to hang about with them. Do you want to come hang about with me and Ella?
be
It'd have a great
mortified.
time.
By the way, Glasgow life is not always like this. I
really
feel like
isn't.
it gets a bad rep, right? But that's a very rare thing to happen. Do you know what
was
that
rare.
reminds me of actually, right? See, when we were much younger, after me and a friend, I don't want to out her because I feel like she'd be embarrassed about this, right? But one of our friends was seeing one of the reps, right, on holiday.
Right.
And he came to Glasgow to visit her.
Oh,
after,
serious?
right.
Oh.
So for some reason, there was this weird third wheel situation where me and her went and met him in town, but he was from I'm going to say it was London or something like that, but it was still a bit oh, Glasgow's so rough, blah, blah, blah. And we were in campus,
God.
original campus, right?
Was that
on
getting
a
filled up?
Sunday. This was a Sunday during the day, chilled, right? Totally chilled. We were only just kind of drinking, not really it was not a wild kind of day out or
You were
whatever.
drinking, not boozing.
And I was sitting talking to them, not really aware of anybody around me. And then this woman came out of nowhere, and I'm not joking, she was maybe 45, 50. And she just came storming up. And I'd kind of, in that way, just when you're talking, you kind of glance about. I'd noticed her sitting, but I had thought nothing of it. She came up and she went, "You think you're so smart sitting there laughing at me?"
Talking to who?
What?
I went, "What?" And she went, "Jink, you're funny, laughing at me. I can see you. I can see you're all talking about me." And I was like, I have no idea who you
And
are.
that's on paranoid schizophrenia.
I've never. She was like, "I can see you've been looking over here and you're all laughing." And I was like, "We've not spoken about you. I have no idea who you are." Blah, blah, blah. And she was basically trying to fight with me, right? And I was so caught off guard because I was like, "I haven't even looked at you." And she walked away, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's true what they say about Glasgow. You are just all ready to fight." I was like, "That's never happened before."
That one-time thing.
And it would probably never happen again until here we are, 20 years later.
I
But
know.
also, 20 years later.
I know that was 10 years ago. So.
Also, my experience is not the same.
It's just an angry woman, though. That's
an angry
all it
woman,
is.
but what also sorry to say, they're a dying breed, And I'm so glad for it. I would
Yeah,
actually prefer
God.
the Gen Z, what are they calling the next one? Gen Alphas. I want all of
What
them.
the fuck's a Gen Alpha?
Jack's a Gen Alpha.
That's the next one.
It's the next one. He's an Alpha.
But apparently they're going to go, they always take turns about. So Gen Z has been like the more chill ones, and then Gen Alpha are going to be the ones that are fighting back again.
sake, man.
So they're the
Good
next
luck.
generations of Karens,
Great.
basically.
Great. But also, I hate the name Candies. We need to call it something else. Poor mum.
I
It's not
know.
fair.
By the way, can I tell you what I seen on TikTok? And I actually took a wee screenshot for you to show you. Have you seen this?
What?
Where is it? It's called Cooper's Hill Cheese Chase.
Yes. Is this the rolling of the cheese and they chase the cheese?
Yes, it's
Yes. Lauren's running away from it going, you're too stringy.
it's in Gloucester?
Gloucester.
Gloucester?
Gloucester.
Gloucester?
Am I saying it right?
Is that wrong?
Gloucester.
Gloucester.
Why is there an ESTER
Oh,
in the
because it's
middle?
like Worcester sauce, isn't it?
When I
Worcestershire.
corrected your incorrection, we basically went wrong, half wrong,
Still wrong.
correct.
Gloucester. So it's, have you seen it? Like, look at the way that
So
this
what, they
person...
roll cheese down the hill and they-
Basically, they one person at the start, now they're up this hill that is basically like vertical, and they roll a massive wheel,
Baby Bell.
a massive baby bell of Gloucester cheese, and then they have to run after it. People get knocked unconscious.
Yeah, people, by the way, they actually have the St. John's ambulance service waiting for them at the end of the road.
There's people at the bottom to stop people running because you obviously pick up so much speed.
Yeah.
What? There's got to be broken arms.
There are.
Broken limbs. Like,
are.
surely
And what do you win the
concussions.
cheese?
You walk away with the cheese. Go
You win the
ask her.
cheese. You win the cheese bowl, cheese wheel.
Oh my God.
This is weird.
That is weird.
It's weird, but I'm not going to lie. I think it would be quite funny.
But imagine, right, so see how like Sophie had that thing when she was in here and they said to her, like, what do you do for fun? What's your hobbies? I'm going to say that if you say nothing is better than saying, I like to do the cheese race.
I love the cheese race.
It's a yearly occurrence though. Like, I just
the
don't...
annual cheese race.
I just don't
I can
understand
imagine
that
like
at
people
all.
in that town have like the posters on the wall of like the time they won. I won the cheese chase 1993.
My
and they're on-
great grandfather was actually the cheese chase champion of
I mean,
whatever time.
I'm going to say maybe if you just forward rolled your full way down there, you could be in with a chance.
How fun did it used to be to do, like, you know, like, remember when you used to, oh, this might just be me.
What?
Remember when you couldn't do a roly-poly and you used to only be able to do a sausage roll, the side one?
No.
Have you always
Is that
been
not
able to
pencil
roll it?
roll?
Yeah.
Oh, we called it sausage roll. But whatever you want to call it.
We
do you
call that
remember?
pencil
Do you
roll.
remember going up to like the top of a hill when you were younger and just rolling down it like that? Ah, great times.
All you need to do is put a bit of cheese in front of you and you can
Yeah,
be a
that's
champion.
That's it.
Listen, we were all in training. We just didn't know. I actually put a wee note for myself to remember to talk about Jacket Gate.
Jacket Gate.
Yes.
What's Jacket Gate?
The girl who went on TikTok and went viral this week because she was in Edinburgh. Did you see it? There was a girl who went in I think it was in Edinburgh, went on a night out with her pal, and
Oh, I
before
did
they
see that. I
left,
did see this.
before they left, the pal was like, "Do you want my jacket?" And it was quite a specific jacket. I'm going to, in my head, it is a patchwork jacket, right? Because it's specific.
Yeah.
So let's just imagine that.
But it was unique. It wasn't like a...
It was unique,
Yep.
right? Very much unique. So she went out on her night out and took the pal's jacket, put it in the cloakroom, went to leave, no jacket. The jacket's gone. Somebody else has got the jacket. She walks outside. She spots someone wearing the fucking jacket, and she's
And
went,
it's a distinctive jacket.
distinctive. She could not be more clear about how distinctive this jacket was. It may as well have been made uniquely for her, right?
Yep.
So anyway, she walks out and she said to the girl, "That's my jacket. Well, it's actually my pal's jacket, but I'm wearing it. Give me the jacket." And she's going, "No, it's mine." And they had the full scale argument to the point where everyone around was going, "Just give her the jacket.
Give it up. It's
Give
obvious.
it up. But it's obvious. It's not your jacket."
But she's like, the girl said that she said, show me a photo of you wearing the jacket at the start of the night then. If that's your jacket,
Yeah.
surely you've got a photo.
Yeah.
So she's like scrolling through the phone and she finds a picture and she's like, there's the jacket in the background. And the girl's like, that's a cushion. That is not the jacket. Give it up. Like, just
Yeah,
stop.
it's not your jacket. And then the pal went, "Let me smell the jacket." That's my favourite part. "Let me smell the jacket because I'll be able to tell it." And then she sniffed it, went, "It smells like my house."
That's a known
It's a legit test, to be fair.
It really is. It
And
smells like
then
my
the
house.
best bit of the whole thing was when she goes, the girl with still wearing the jacket, right, hanging on it for dear life. And she's like, do you want to try it on? And then you can see that it's not yours. Weird logic.
But then she went, I put the jacket on and I ran.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but surely that's a point where you're allowed to manhandle somebody.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
Like, it's literally your property on her back.
I would have to pull it off her. It would need to.
Yeah.
I would
absolute
have to pull it off.
audacity.
Or also, I would then be thinking, how did I damage the jacket so that she can't get the joy of wearing it?
Yeah, but do you know what? I imagine the girl the next morning waking up and going, what was I like with that jacket? That's pure embarrassing. Why did I not just give that up? It's almost like she made the split-second decision to go, oh, this is my jacket, instead of going, I just picked up a random jacket and put it on because I'm cold.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the panic, though, of feeling like everybody's just crowding around you, though, and you're going, I'm too far deep in this now. I just need to keep going with this lie because I can't look like a twat.
That's so
So
funny.
let's put a special request. If you are that girl, please let us know because it's such a funny story.
I love that story so much.
If you were the one wearing the jacket specifically, we want to get like her version.
We
of
need a
it.
tell-all.
What is your version of the story?
And can we get a picture of the jacket? I really want
Nice.
to know what it is. I need a visual.
Why are we making this like a Daily Mail article where we have to, or it's just like at the Sun, isn't it? Where you get somebody standing holding the jacket with like the pure,
Yes.
the face like that.
Disgruntled club goer. Right, let's do a wee story before we jump into confession sessions where it's going to be story after story, and I think we've got a wee voice note as well. we'll play as
Yeah, if
well.
you want to contribute to next week's episode or confession sessions, we are 07 428 957 885. Send us a wee message or a voice note, or you can email us, girlsoverheard podcast at gmail.com.
It feels very official when we get an email.
It does.
Listening to your episode where the girl caught her boyfriend ranking their sex sessions, and it reminded me of this creepy little story from my uni days. If anyone doesn't remember, that was the one where the girl found the list in the notes of their sexual encounters named and ranked.
Do you know
Creepy.
what? It would have been an interesting experience to see what her counter rank would have been to his.
Yeah,
True.
but also
It could have been a date night.
off the back
Let me
of
see
that.
the list and I'm going to do a wee edit on it and I'll tell you what I thought was better.
Yeah, off the back of that, we actually got, because we did say that it would be really good to have a guy's perspective, that we could just set up a wee group chat of men to give their response.
Yep.
We had quite a few volunteers last week.
We did.
Yes.
People just saying like, if you ever need to text anyone, just text me. I can give you an opinion.
I'm a
love
single
that.
male and I listen.
Do we do that? Do we just set up a wee group chat of
With all the guys?
All the guys.
Yeah, let's
and
do
then
that.
it could be whoever gets back first.
Yeah.
It
Give us your opinions.
Yeah, it needs to be like a live response, really, doesn't it?
As you would say, like, stinking of links.
Stinking it like. Right.
You know that story?
We need to tell. This is such a long episode, but we need to tell that.
What?
We had we were talking about and this is back in the day, right? Me,
Right.
Ash, Fra, and Andy were talking about going on a holiday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were looking at villas, and during conversation, Andy was like, "Oh, well, forgetting that, and it's like an extra few bedrooms. I could ask like Eddie and Chizzy and all the guys. Like we could get a couple of the guys in." And we were like,
Absolutely not.
absolutely, this is like a couple holiday.
Yeah.
We're not having like a guy, this now like a bachelor pad full of guys.
And we're
like,
just there.
And we're just there, and the whole place, like, it's a pure sausage fest.
Sausage.
And anyway,
Okay.
they said it's
No,
just turned into a pure
it was.
sausage fest. That's what it was. It was the sausage fest. And then we went, it's just going to end up being like all you guys drinking all the
Yeah.
time. The whole place is stinking.
The whole place is stinking of links. I thought she meant like
Like
sausages. God, she called it a sausage fest.
Oh, we were crying. Right, so stinking of links, basically that's what that was. Right,
Okay.
so how much do we go off on a tangent? It's ridiculous. Right, I had a friends of benefits that, why do you keep every
Play-
every time
footsie
you
with
touch
you.
me, my
It's the
foot
way,
goes,
it's the way your toes are out too. It
I
feels-
know.
it
I
feels
feel
more-
very self-conscious that my toes are out. Stop drawing attention
I
to
should be
that.
charging for that.
I know.
Right, I had a friends of benefit situation going on with a guy. Nothing serious, and it fizzled out eventually. I was at a party one night and he was there, which was fine, and it wasn't awkward or anything. He had an identical twin brother who was also there. I hadn't really spoken with him before that night, but he made an extra effort to chat to me, and he was being super flirty, which I thought was weird. As I got a bit drunker, I ended up kissing him. Bit weird, I know. I didn't think his brother would even mind because we'd never actually been a couple, but I pulled away eventually and awkwardly checked, by the way, do you know that I used to have a thing with your brother? His response still makes me die inside. Yeah, I know. To be honest, I always have the same girls as him and they always rate me higher. So it wasn't a coincidence that he was firing into me. He was just wanting me to shag him so that he could check he was still ranking better than his twin.
To one up his brother.
Sibling
Yeah.
rivalry at its finest.
Also, I'm embarrassed to say I did actually sleep with him after that.
And
Even after he said that, because I was drunk, but I feel ill remembering that moment and that I was a pawn in his wee game. And if you're wondering, yes, he was better than the first one.
well, he was right.
He succeeded.
He succeeded.
That's creepy
That's,
though.
you know, it is very creepy, but I remember.
It's the intention of like seeking her out. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I know that you slept with him. That's why I'm
but
here.
he knows that his brother's bits have been in there.
Yeah.
Basically his though. See, when you're identical,
It's the same.
it's the same thing. It really is
Same
the same
journey.
thing. It's like Control C, Control V. I remember being on a night out before, and I wonder if this is like someone local, by the way, because it's quite niche to have identical twin brothers, right?
Yeah.
And I remember being out in town and I kissed somebody, this guy, right? And he also was a twin.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all a bit drunk, whatever, it was fine. And me thinking I've kissed the one that's got no girlfriend, because they really do look very alike, right? So I thought that's who I'd kiss. Turns out I hadn't. However, he took the dairy.
Oh.
So the single brother said no, it was me. I was going, it definitely wasn't, because you're wearing different stuff.
Yeah.
And I've now realised that you're the one with a girlfriend and you're the one that's single. And it wasn't until after it I was like, oh my God. But then he took the blame.
Yeah, I bet they do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Send us your twin stories if anyone has dated a twin before, because I feel like that would be really weird.
I dated a twin.
Did you?
Did you?
But how did you not
An
fancy another
identical
one?
twin.
Well, I don't really know what classes as identical, but yeah, they looked very similar.
I've got friends who are non-identical twins that are the exact same. They look exactly the same.
I'm saying
But
I dated,
technically-
by the way, that's a very loose term. I was
What?
very young.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, okay.
But still, identical, it feels weird. There's obviously...
Have you seen the people as well who are twin sisters who married twin brothers?
Yes, and then they
had
kids.
babies, and they all look
That's
the same.
just fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That is just screaming out for I want like an entertainment show.
It is a bit like
fucking
that,
strange.
but also does it not make perfect sense, right? If you and your sister are very, very alike and like the same kind of things and look for the same kind of qualities in someone, that two brothers are generally going to have the same kind of upbringing. So if you find one of them
Yeah.
attractive, your sister would obviously find the other one attractive.
But
Like
then
it actually makes sense.
But does that only work if you're identical twins?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
if you're identical, your DNA is the same. Like, you're
Exactly the
the same.
same.
Exactly the same. Which is really, really weird, because see, identical twins that always look a wee bit different, that isn't because of anything other than like your environment.
Yeah.
That's like you've slept differently to them, you slept on the other side, or you do something differently
So
to them, and that's why
strange.
you look a wee bit different.
So I would have loved a twin.
Do you know what? I feel like twin brother and sisters don't count.
No, because they're not identical. Because remember, we had
Yeah.
this moment.
Yeah.
They can't be identical because their
They
whole
can't
bodies
look
are
the same.
identical. I
And
didn't
also-
realise that until I was a fully grown adult, that you can't get identical boy-girl twins.
Yeah, of course, because there's obvious features that makes them not identical.
Yeah.
But also, how weird is it
bodies
that they could have just been brother and sister, just born years apart, but were just accidentally born at the same time?
Yeah.
It's so strange. Could you
The
imagine
mind.
having two babies in your tummy?
No.
Could you imagine having three?
No. I couldn't imagine having 4 either if that's the next question.
Or five.
Or 5. Genuinely couldn't.
Right, let's head over to confession sessions because we get quite a lot sitting here.
Yes, we
So
do.
if you want to join us, click link below and you can unlock all of our old confession sessions episodes and all the future ones which come out on a Wednesday.
And
On-
video content.
And video
It's
content.
video.
And
on
exclusive
Supercast though.
on Supercast. Yeah,
On
so
Supercast,
the
you
link
can't
below-
do that on Patreon.
Yeah,
You
the
can't
link-
get the old episodes on Patreon.
Yeah, so
very true.
that's the whole benefit of being on
Yeah.
Supercast. So click the link. It's dead easy to do. You can also link it up to your favourite player, so it can go on Spotify, it can go on Apple, so it's dead easy to do. And if you need any help with it, just let us know. We can be of assistance.
We can.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.